demin makeup water. So we start with the river water pump house. You got a river out there, and you have a filter that sticks out into the river. You've got the sides is a cylinder, and the sides of the cylinder are the strainer basket, and the ends are just plugs. The water is forced to go around it, and then the water, by gravity, goes through that strainer and into the pump house. And then we've got two pumps. Each pump is 5,000 gallons a minute. Go to the common header. There's check valves too, aren't there? Go ahead and draw some. There's probably some, right? And then there's a flow transmitter. And then there are recirc valves. Just go back down into the caisson. We know the bow ties are valves. When I put a little square on the stem, that's a motor operator. All right, what else do we have out there? There's seal water. So coming off the service water header, that goes to two booster pumps. And then there is another leg that just goes around the booster pumps. This goes to a solenoid valve, which puts seal water at the pumps. Pressure transmitter on the upstream side. This pressure transmitter, when it falls, I want to say below 100 psi, then it says, hey, you're not going to have enough pressure, so it kicks on the booster pumps and picks up the pressure. At the seals, there's like a little flow switch. I don't have a symbol for flow switch. And there's a local pressure gauge. This is the only pressure transmitter on the entire surface water system. So normally out there you see 120 pounds. When you get a pump start, first thing that happens is the solenoid comes open, puts seal water on there. That causes pressure to dip. And then the service water pumps adjust themselves, and that pulls the pressure back up to normal. But during that dip, usually you'll see these one of the booster pumps kick on. So you call Danny Rhodes, say, give me a pump start. He says, here comes your start. You should get seal water. You will probably get a booster pump start. Then I think one of the recirc valves has to be open. One of them is almost always open now. They kind of changed the way the logic works out there, and I'm not 100% certain on how everything works. And then,
It's left in local.
say it again?
It's left in local.
One of them's left in local, and it doesn't matter, they're
You
not,
try to put it in remote, it'll go back to shut.
but instead of being Alpha Bravo, gotta shut one, they're not specific to a
Right,
river water pump now.
It used to be that even though these things were coming off one header and then going to the same place, that the alpha pump wanted to see the alpha recirc valve open, and they fixed that. But if one of them's always in local, then it's not fixed. It's just going to sit there and be open all the time. And I guess as long as it sees it open, you get your start permit, so everything's fine. You get about 2,000 gallons a minute recircling through this. Somewhere around 1,500 gallons a minute or less is the minimum flow on these pumps, and they start cavitating, and then they trip on low flow. And honestly, if you were to put one into auto right now and everything was working perfectly, it should go shut. Because we've got 7,000 gallons going out to the clarifiers, maybe less, but somewhere in that ballpark, depending on load. And then you only need 4,000 in the logic for 2 pumps to run. So that guy goes, hey, we got more than 4,000, I should go shut. But if it doesn't come back open again, then we're screwed. So I think right now we still have one of those pumps in hand, don't we? From our freezing night fiasco excitement a couple weeks back.
Oh, river water pump.
River water.
I don't know if they ever fixed that or not.
Me neither. All right.
Probably still in hand. If y'all had to put it in hand,
We started,
yeah, probably still in.
All right. So then, oh. So you've got an air compressor, and then that goes to a vessel. Does everybody work for that vessel? Reservoir. Reservoir sounds like it goes for water. I don't know. And then a solenoid valve on that, and then that goes out to the screen. And then once a day, you're supposed to go and look out at the river and make sure there's not somebody where it's going to blow up, and then flip the switch, and then that blows the air, and then that knocks all the sticks off this, and then they flow off down the river. And as these pumps run, they pull water out, so this level goes down, and then the level in the river is higher than the level in the caisson, so the water going in makes up for it. All right. So the river water goes out, goes over the levee, and there's a vacuum breaker there, and then we got a chemical building. We got 2 tanks, and one is hypo, and one is coagulant. What is the purpose of hypo? Kill the growies. Eliminate biological fouling. What is coagulant?
Makes the dirt and stuff clump together.
There you go. So coagulant is like a thick, snotty sludge. And the dirt and stuff in the water sticks to the sludge and makes bigger clumps.